Marshall from Bachelor of Science in Customs Administration, Section 2B. Today I'm gonna talk about something that is going to be really interesting to give you a better perspective about the life of Rizal in Japan. One of the happiest interludes in the life of Rizal was his visit to the delightful land of the cherry blossoms for 1 month and a half on February 28 to April 13, 1888. He was enchanted by the natural beauties of Japan, the charming manners of the Japanese people, and the picturesque shrine. Moreover, he fell in love with the Japanese beauty of Seisan, whose loveliness infused joy and romance in his sorrow heart. Early in the morning of Tuesday, February 28, 1888, Rizal arrived in Yokohama. He registered at Grand Hotel. The next day, he proceeded to Tokyo and registered at Tokyo Hotel, where he stayed from March 2 to 7. He was impressed by the city of Tokyo. He wrote to Professor Blumentritt, "Tokyo is more extensive than Paris. The walls are built in cyclopean manner. The streets are large and wide." Shortly after Rizal arrived in Tokyo, he was visited at his hotel by Juan Perez Caballero, Secretary of the Spanish Legation. The latter invited him to live at the Spanish Legation. Rizal, being an intelligent man, realized that the Spanish diplomatic authorities were instructed from Manila to watch out his movements in Japan. He accepted the invitation for 2 reasons. First, he could economize his living expenses by staying at the legation, and second, he had nothing to hide from the prying eyes of the Spanish authorities. On March 7, Rizal checked out of Tokyo Hotel and lived at the Spanish legation. He and Perez Caballero became good friends. In a letter to Blumentritt, he described the Spanish diplomat as a young, fine and excellent writer and an able diplomat who had traveled much. During his first day in Tokyo, Rizal was embarrassed because he did not know the Japanese language. He looked like Japanese but could not talk Japanese. He had a hard time shopping, for he could not be understood, and the Japanese children laughed at him. To avoid further embarrassment, Rizal decided to study the Japanese language. Being a born linguist, he was able to speak it within a few days. He also studied the Japanese drama or kabuki, arts, music, and judo or Japanese art of self-defense.